I thank Mr. McCall for pointing out that America is self-sufficient in oil. Our oil does not go through the Strait of Hormuz. If we prohibited the export of American oil, except for refine and return, then we would be paying American prices for American oil. Instead, the President has decided that we need to pay that world price to the great enrichment of American oil producers that have done nothing except sell us the same oil at the same gas stations, now for a much higher price. The ranking member was correct to point out that this committee has not provided oversight for this horrendous war in Iran. But even more timely is that we need hearings in this committee about the proposed nuclear cooperation agreement with Saudi Arabia. Now, there are those who think that the Saudi possession of nuclear technology is totally benign. But I've been involved in this for a long time. And I remember when the most powerful monarch in the Middle East was a good friend of America. And the Shah got his hands on important U.S. military technology. Thank God, nothing nuclear. And everything the Shah had in 1978 was in the mullah's hands in 1979. We have no idea who is going to be running Saudi Arabia 10 years from now. Mr. Waltz, the administration has decided to share certain elements of the nuclear cooperation agreement with the press, and so all I'll have is press reports. Have you read the agreement?
Mr. Sherman, I have seen the agreement.
Any chance we'll get to see the agreement? Could you provide it to us perhaps today, perhaps either in a classified session or an open session?
I would happily take that for the record, and that's obviously to the Secretary and the President, what he shares.
Well, as to the Secretary,
bodies.
let me point out that Senator Rubio and I, in 2018, introduced the No Nuclear Weapons for Saudi Arabia Act, which mandated that any agreement with Saudi Arabia would have to have the affirmative approval of the United States Congress. And I miss Senator Rubio. This Secretary Rubio takes a completely different position. Now, the press reports indicate—
could I just be clear for the record? I understood you to mean the MOU that with Iran. I have not seen any
I'm
proposed
talking about Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
So you have not—
Here's my
okay,
confusion.
so
No, I have not.
Oh, so you have not read— okay, well, then he won't share it with you or us until some later date. He'll have to share it with us at a later date. But the press reports indicate that there'll be no— that Saudi Arabia is not agreeing to the additional protocol. The United Arab Emirates did agree to the additional protocol. Is there any reason we should be bombing Iran because they won't agree to limit their nuclear program, while telling Saudi Arabia we give them the green light and they don't even have to agree to these additional
Yes, absolutely.
inspections?
There's been half a dozen UN resolutions saying Iran cannot and should not have a nuclear weapon.
And
they're the largest
reclaiming my
sponsor of
time,
terrorism
reclaiming my
in the
time,
world. So yes, there's a reason we should be
Mr.
bombing
Chairman,
Iran
can you
and
keep
not
order? Look
celebrating
forward
oil
to this
after they were
committee
at
being
war
run in accordance with
industry.
committee rules, and only the departure from committee rules prevents us from exposing the great hypocrisy here. Saudi Arabia is not agreeing to the additional inspections that could make sure that their program is not used for nuclear, to develop a nuclear weapon. We have no idea who will be running Saudi Arabia 10 years from now. We are bombing Iran because they insist upon enriching and reprocessing. We are entering into an agreement with Saudi Arabia giving them the green light to reprocess and to enrich. We are, and the only difference I see here is that Westinghouse stands to make an awful lot of money on this deal, whereas the Iranians were not enriching American companies. I look forward to having a process with Congress where you'll tell us what you're doing, and I hope that Senator Rubio will return to us and insist that Congress approve any agreement. I know that someone will introduce or I predict someone will introduce a resolution of disapproval, and I invite members of this committee who have worked with us to prevent nuclear weapons in the Middle East from non-democratic countries to join in that effort. I yield back.